I?
Gosh, I need a pre-study period for that.
My dog really just brings us happiness.
I had a dog that I loved very much. His name was Billy, and he went every place with me.
Oh, Lily has just given us untold happiness. I mean, dogs are love. They just totally are.
A stressor when I first came here was the quietness of this house. And this is gonna make me cry because that is the company that, I don't know, makes you happy from the minute you wake up in the morning till you go to bed. And even in the night when you wake up, he gets up and he looks at you and you think, well, there's somebody here. So, makes you happy.
Yeah, I like to garden and I like to read.
I think I've always read. I have self-help books here. I read and I read and I read. And I think maybe one book might give me one extra thing about how to get through and modulate the stresses of life.
And both of those take time and give me, I think the gardening especially, because you're out in nature and it brings joy and peace and can really appreciate the created world.
Gardening and in a bigger sense, being out in nature gives me happiness. I mean, I love to look at the bees and butterflies on my flowers. I love to look at the color of the flowers, just really get deep into nature. I've always worked with young children and children with disabilities and special needs and their families. And I just feel so privileged to have done that because it was gratifying. You felt like you were helping someone, and in turn, that was gratifying to me.
I was thinking about this at ukulele last night. He put on the song Happy. After my entire career was over, I went back into a kindergarten class, and every single morning I would play that song, and these little teeny kids would dance before class started, and we were dancing to that song, and that joy in those kids' faces, that alone was worth going back into a pre-K classroom.
I taught, and the kids were all so good to me, I felt like I was one of them.
Have there been moments in my life that have presented adversity or challenge, and how did I overcome? Well, yes, I'm a human being. That happens.
In all lives, there is adversity. You might as well get ready for it.
Biggest adversity I've had to face is I lost my wife 4 years ago, and again, I kind of had to appreciate that there's a process that we all go through. There's the sense of loss. There's the feeling of grief and sorrow. There's feeling like you're the only one this is happening to in the whole world. And then gaining some perspective and realizing it's a process, you've got to work through it, you accept it, and do the best you can to get to the next step in the process.
I had a brother who died when he was 2, and I saw the grief that they both went through when he passed. He was 6 months old. And I think there's always been a part of me that wants to be supportive of those who've been in need.
I've had lots of adversity, actually. I was divorced, and that was a really difficult time. I have had some health problems, and those were difficult challenges.
You just strap in and get through the sadness, and somehow people bring you up and you can get through it by that.
If I had one message for the world, it would be to individuals to have meaningful relationships in your life, because I think that's essential. And also to give to your community and be a part of the community.
I think be grateful for everything. And if instead of looking at what you don't have, just turn it around and focus on all of the many, many good things.
I think several things. One, really address the difficult things in your life, whether it's past or present. Don't ignore, don't push down. Keep short accounts with friends and family. And if there are rough places, heal and forgive.
So, you know, you think about it inwardly, about what is your true self, and then you look at the things you can pay attention to that help support that, build a foundation and structure.
I don't have any idea how you could put one sentence together to say that, but I think just loving each person that you know, each person in the world as you see them, if you love them, then you'll be happy.